With the meat, and she had to throw it out. So they're going to start dedicating their tools for, like, they're already supposed to have it, but they don't really strictly follow that. So they're going to start strictly, hopefully, following that. We just brought it to their attention. We brought up the whole meals, guest swiping thing up again. Just a little discussion, nothing new there. Another important thing we discussed was freshmen having an option after the first semester to change to a different meal plan, because a lot of freshmen don't use all 17 meals, and there's not a plan for like 14 meals. Mr. O'Brien said that the reason for that was because the university runs that. They believe that freshman year is an important year to socialize, a social aspect, which is why they don't offer less than 17, because they want people to talk with other people, I guess. That was the explanation we got for that. Did you want to say something, Ellen?
No. Any other points for open forum?
Just to clarify that last thing, the point was that, excuse me, that freshmen were forced to eat more meals in the dining hall rather than having food in their room or having to go out. So by having 17 meals, they would socialize more with friends in the dining hall where there's more people. That was, yeah.
Okay. Representative Williams.
Really quick, but I know online that there's a site that you used to be able to go to check your Case One card, like balance for like print to here cash and all that, and that site hasn't been active. Like, it keeps giving me an error message. Like,
are you talking about cardoffice.case.?
Case1card.com.
Okay. Vice President Downey. Okay. Representative Cruz.
We were talking earlier. Colin asked a question about the Think Box. What is the Think? Like, where is this? Like you said, like the Lincoln Storage Building. I have no idea where that is.
Vice President Downey?
Yeah, so the Think Box actually started a couple years ago, and I was actually on one of the initial planning teams for this, so that's why I'm kind of excited about it. So it started out of the idea that there needs to be a place for free-form thought for engineers to go like, oh, I have this idea, I want to go build this and see if it actually works. And the Lincoln Storage Building is actually that building, the really ugly one, right next to Veal. So if you're looking at it like from Fribley towards Veal, it's the one just to the left of it. That's not graffiti. Yeah, right on the train tracks. Hopefully they'll clean it up and make it look a little nicer. But the building has all the specifications that it needs. It's very strong, so you can put some heavy equipment in there, which is a very good thing. And the original plans that I was looking at before, who knows what different teams are going to come up with. But one floor was actually looking at being more of like a machine shop, like he was talking about, where different engineering teams can work on like different cars. There's a couple racing teams here at Case, one of which actually does really well. Another floor, like he said, was BME, so it's a little more bio aspects, but also materials in there too. And then a third floor was meant as just a free-form kind of, there's going to be project carts that have a bunch of different like instruments, that kind of thing on there, that you can cart around, and it's open to whatever, it's not specified. The one thing in here that hopefully next year you guys will push for this too, is funding for a lab instructor or in some way, because in every single case study we looked at where a university has these, the ones where they are successful and they don't just flop after a year is where they have a paid staff person that is there 24/7. It's not something off to the side they get pushed on. So please look at that.
Okay, so we've reached the end of open forum unless there's a motion to extend. Representative Cruz? Okay. Representative Cruz?
Just this is for Divya. Last week, I think it was, you asked for suggestions for Pure Vita. So I asked some of my constituents, and they would really like a frozen yogurt shop there. Frozen yogurt. And then if we're getting a Denny's where the Silver Spartan is, maybe they could be a milkshake place too. I think I heard somebody say that earlier. I like milkshakes.
Other points for open forum? Okay, seeing none, we'll now move into our advisors report. With your purple papers.
So we've gone an entire year together, and for many of you, many, many years. What I'd like to do first is I'd like to recognize all of our seniors. Could all of our seniors please stand? Woo! Well, my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes to all of you. How many of you are continuing here in graduate school? Anyone? I was going to so recruit you for GSS. So, well, best of luck to all of the seniors and our extremely active seniors who've been with us for many years. Thank you. I don't do anything at inauguration. This is the only time that I take to publicly say something. And I'd like to thank this year's exec team, who has been just an amazing group of people to work with. It's been such a great year. And I've had new challenges added to my job where I now co-advise the GSS. And because you guys were so extremely good, I was able to do that well. So I really thank you. You're all an amazing group. Thank you. And also Min Tree. This is my one time to publicly thank you for being an exceptional president. You are so gifted, and I know that you're going to do amazing things. You have been such an advisor to me as well, so thank you for everything. I know that I've been pushing these on you all year long, and I will always continue to do that. They'll always be updated. They're a very, very important part of your experience in USG. You don't give this kind of time just to give it. You have so much more you could be doing. So what I'd like you to do at some point is please do reflect on some of the skills that are listed here that perhaps you may have improved as a result of your work on USG. I think one of my favorites is navigating the organizational structure of the university. Do you understand that this room of students can do that better than any room, anybody on this campus, any undergraduate? I mean, that in itself is an amazing gift, so that when you go into a new system, whether it's graduate school or professional school or business or whatnot, you will always know how to ask the right questions and find out who is in charge of what and what political strategy is needed to navigate the system. So congratulations on an excellent year. You've done great work, and hopefully each of you will be able to recognize and highlight the improvement of many of these skills. So thanks for everything this year.
And as a point on that, Colleen has done some of the hard work for you when you go to put this experience on your resume to use these learning outcomes, identify what changes you've made in yourself, and use some of this wording in your resume, because it is effectively what you've learned by being a part of USG, which is helpful when you go to write those kinds of things. So now announcements. Kevin.
3 in the agenda.
Springfest is on Saturday. Senior week is going to be really exciting. We're going to Kalahari. Oh, Peggy.
Springfest. Peggy, senior week.
No, I think it was Elena Springfest. Was it?
It was definitely
Colin Springfest?
Colin sent me in Springfest. Oh, wait.
Okay, that Colin. Colin 1.0. Colleen?
I meant to say this as well from the podium, but Elena, thank you for kicking butt this weekend. I mean, the work you put into it at Relay was amazing. So thank you for everything you did. And do you know the final tally for fundraising?
I don't know the final fundraising tally because they didn't get back to us how much we made from the hot dog thing, because we did two separate things. They didn't have anything. But it is looking like 2,200.
Oh, good job. Excellent job. Good job to all of you. Thank you for all your time with that.
Peggy?
Senior week ticket sales have now opened to all students. Everyone is welcome to go. You don't have to just be a senior. There are some 21 and over events that are specifically that, but I know my favorite event is Kalahari, and that's open to everyone. If you pay the SAF, you're welcome to buy a ticket to go. And free food is provided at every event after you pay the ticket price.
Okay. President Wynn?
So I sent out an email earlier for inauguration setup. That's very, very important, is the setup. So that cleanup is taken care of and tear down is taken care of. But I really do need people to help me out with the setup because I don't want to be dragging things in a suit. So if you could please refer to that email and sign up for that. Now, I know this is our last GA. It's really bittersweet, but it is not our official last event together. The inauguration is this Thursday at 5:30, if you can remember that. I'm pretty sure I've harped it into you long enough. Thank you so much for all of the hard work this year. I cannot be more proud of leading this great organization. So thank you.
Aw. Let's all clap for President Wynn. And the moment you've all been waiting for, congratulations to our secretary, Andrew Brown, and our two treasurers, in alphabetical order only, in our hearts, Ellen Schloff and Stephen Trong. Representative Lupton?
Move to adjourn?